This is a summary of functional groups I did before. I also forgot to introduce haloalkane. So when I said you need to know 11, you actually need to know 12 of them. So remember the hydrocarbons, alkanes, alkenes, alkynes. They are only carbon and hydrogen involved. So you could have, for example, for alkane, ethane, which is C2H6. For a alkene, you could have the same number of carbons. The last name is ethene, C2H4. And for alkyne, which is triple bond, you could have ethyne, which is C2H2. Now, if you have a halogen instead of a hydrogen attached to your remainder carbon skeleton, then you could have haloalkane. And it's very important in organic chemistry as starting material. For example, you could have chloroethane, and it's C2H5. Instead of the last hydrogen, I put chlorine. So chloroethane, for example. Alcohols end in hydroxyl group and have a ol as a last name. So two-member carbon with a OH is ethanol. C2H5OH. Amines, instead of H, they have a NH2 as a functional group, so you could have ethylamine, for example, which is C2H5NH2. Nitriles, you will have CN as your functional group, so if you have ethane, nitrile, you have a CH3CN. And remember, there is a triple bond between this carbon and nitrogen and a lone pair of electrons for nitrogen. Aldehydes, you could have, for example, ethanal. It's a CH3, C double bond OH. It will be written as CH3CHO in order for it not to be confused with alcohol, which is OH. Be careful with that. Ketones, for example, you could have propanone, that's the first member. So I need a CH3, a carbonyl group sandwiched between another CH3. As a condensed formula, it could be written as CH3COCH3, and you need to respect the Lewis-Dot structure, bring it back to life. Carboxylic acid ends in COOH. Ethanoic acid, it's a weak acid, CH3COOH as example. Esters are combination of acids and alcohol. You could have methyl ethanoate, it's CH3O, C double bond O, CH3. You could have an amide, which is combination of amine and carboxylic acid. For example, ethane amide is CH3, C double bond O, NH2.